What we've got here is...
I just thought of this movie. Alien Covenant. Welcome to your favorite, uncut, uncensored, spoiler-filled podcast. I am your host, Matt Brando. But don't worry, folks. Today's won't be too spoiler-filled because I do want to give you your respect as a moviegoer and fan of the franchise because I did not see one trailer. I did not see one like little prelim prologue that they put out on YouTube. I did not look at one image from the movie news websites, which I want to address here about 3/4 of the way through this review. I stayed away from everything, every marketing bullshit possible. I wanted to be completely surprised going into this film because it was one of my favorite franchises, and I think after seeing this film last night, I think it might be my favorite franchise now. I think I like Alien more than Jurassic Park. There, I said it. I have 2 pages of notes. Hopefully I don't forget any of this. So let's just start this off. The opening scene was incredible. The 2 people that are in it, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say who the 2 people in the scene are. Because you deserve to see how great this is for yourself. And this prologue is so beneficial for the whole portion of the film. If you're writing stories, if you're writing films, you know the prologue sets up the events to come throughout the whole film. And this fucking opening scene sets it so well and so right and perfect that it's just mind-boggling that good, smart films still exist. And I'm elaborate and hit this home more later. But just fantastic acting, fantastic writing, and it not just serves this movie; it serves like the rest of the Alien universe, the anthology, or whatever they're building for these upcoming films. I hope, and I'm going to say this later too, I hope that we get more of these guys. It is amazing. I want to say something about Danny McBride. Danny McBride was good. I think I might have said it in the past. I don't know if I have. But I really like it when actors are not really like cast type. You know, like I really liked Paul Rudd in Ant-Man because it wasn't just like a typical Paul Rudd role or a casting of Paul Rudd, like him being a funny guy. Oh, he's funny. But actually, if you give an actor the opportunity to leave their comfort zone or their traditional boundaries, you're going to find out that they're actually really good and talented. Like Ryan Gosling or Matthew McConaughey, guys that done rom-coms, and they go from rom-coms to like drama or something serious or action like we got here for Blade Runner coming up. Actors can prove you that they're not just one-faceted or single-faceted. I don't fucking know. I'm running on low amounts of sleep, but Danny McBride was great. Great job, and yeah. So the opening act was a bit jarring for this one particular scene. There's a death, and it seems that this plot point, this death, occurs kind of earlier than they usually do in films, in film writing. It usually happens about the 12-minute-ish mark, and it might have hit at 12 minutes, but I felt like it just was a little bit earlier. But I was a little bit thrown off by that. But it does work because it gives the crew a reason to not really go to their destination that's farther away. They choose to go to this planet that's like unknown or hidden or uncharted, and they don't want to go back to where the death was taking place on the ship. So yeah, I thought it was a little bit jarring, but it did work out. So that's okay. The editing wasn't that great. Some of the action, like the first attack, I'm just going to say that. The first attack, you'll know when you see it. It was just poorly put together. I felt like it was just too quick. Stop with the Jason Bourne shit. We don't need more Jason Bourne editing. Or Taken 3 was fucking terribly edited. It was kind of hard to see. It was kind of hard to see the action. That's not good for the audience. So maybe they can re-edit it for the Blu-ray. I highly doubt it. But it was just that one. I was just like, ugh. And they talk about that particular scene later with characters, and just like, oh, I didn't even see that happening because the editing was so fucking fast. I didn't see the action. So, moving on to the directing. Oh my fucking God, it was amazing. It was amazing. Ridley Scott does it again. We are taking this guy for granted. This man is so talented, and we're taking him for granted, just like Spielberg. Like we really take Spielberg like, BFG, whatever. Like this guy, Ridley Scott, is pretty much the top 3 directors of all time. It pretty much goes for me: Spielberg, David Fincher, Ridley Scott, and then probably Michael Mann because I'm a homer. But the visuals are just amazing. There's shots of the Xenomorph versus Daniels, and they were just so astounding. I actually just put it on Twitter probably 10 or 20 minutes ago. I said, and it was in the trailer. I found the shot. Once you see in the context of the film, you understand why I love it so much. Not just because of the context of the story, but the actual shot itself. It's just, I said on Twitter, it might be my like favorite new like shot ever of cinema history. More than the breakout T-Rex or the Exorcist looking in the window, or the Deer Hunter with De Niro looking at and about to shoot the deer. I fucking love that shot. It literally gave me goosebumps when we were talking about the directing afterwards, and we talked about that shot, and I still get goosebumps of it right now. It's just fucking epic. Okay, so it's pretty much Daniels, like, or I'm trying to explain it to you. Daniels has her hair blowing in the wind, and she's like fucking trying to hold steady and aim at the Xenomorph, and it's just, oh my God, it's I can't fucking wait for the Blu-ray. Okay, so I want to move on. I have my notes here, so if you hear paper crumpling, ASMR time. There's this notion that, the visuals were stunning, but, was it a good story? Was it a good movie? I don't know, the story kind of sucked. I don't know if they watched the same movie I did, because this film is the most significant Alien film as far as story goes. More than Prometheus, more than Alien, more than Aliens. We finally know now how the Xenomorphs came about. And I'm not talking about the Deacons or the Neomorphs. I'm talking about the actual Xenos. It's just fantastic. This film expands on the mythology of the Alien universe. I can't stress how important this movie is. I love how there are multiple Xenomorphs here, and the Neomorphs, but not like a shit ton, like Aliens. Even though you didn't really see them much in Aliens, they're like a close quarters combat, but with like an open field. Say, it's just shit we haven't seen before. It's almost like the same stuff we've seen from the past Alien films. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it's different in the way they go about it, in the way that we see things, in the way that we have encounters, in the way that we like in the way of everything, essentially. However, I thought that this film was going to be, because I haven't seen shit. I've seen like a couple images of like Walter outside, like looking with all the people like in the greenery planet, which was my favorite shit. It looked like a really dark Isla Nublar. I thought this movie was going to be more like Predator, essentially. Like one big ass Xenomorph just hunting them down in a forest. Because there's a line in the film, and it's in the trailer. It's like, wow, what killed? There's no wildlife. I was like, oh my God, the Xenomorph ate everything. But that's not actually it. I'm not going to explain or say why. But it's not it. I was like, damn, I wish it was. But they chose to, take it slow, like Prometheus. And honestly, that's just fine. But I wish it was just like a long time battle, like a Predator, with like one or two Xenos over the whole course of the film, rather than like we get one neomorph or whatever, or maybe two neomorphs, or maybe one xenomorph, and then like one of them dies, and then we get another one, and then I'd rather just be like, you know, that's how I meant, you know, different situations or the film being different than the past what we've seen before. But I'd rather have seen maybe more like a Predator type deal. So I'm not 100% satisfied. This isn't a perfect movie, but I did expect just maybe a little bit more action, just a little bit more action. But we are transitioning from Prometheus into more of an Alien type setup. So this is like the middle ground of smashing up both, as my buddy Chris Stuckman said on his review. So we're kind of like transitioning into more of the Alien universe, which I fucking can't wait for more of these movies. Part 2 of my notes. There's this notion also that the characters were flat. I didn't care about them. I don't know. I did. There are people here trying to live their life on a new planet, and honestly, this is just a better version of Interstellar to me, because we have xenomorphs. It doesn't take us 3 hours to get places, and I'm just going to go on a rant about Interstellar right now. I need to rewatch it, but I want to probably say this for my Passengers podcast, which I'm going to do a review of Passengers sooner or later. I need to rewatch Interstellar, but from what I understand, they need to leave Earth to find another Earth, right? Yet, what happens in the end? Do they go to another planet? Does humanity actually, with Jessica Chastain's character, when she creates and shit, and she does her science stuff, does she actually take humanity to another planet? No, she doesn't. They fucking create their own little space station they live on. The whole movie's fucking pointless. So, I have an issue with movies that are space and they don't have a fucking alien in it, because it's like, God damn it, I want to see an alien. So, we have finally like an Interstellar type story, but with xenomorphs. So, we have couples, and when a crew member or a spouse of theirs dies, like, you really feel for them. Not like really deep, but for one movie, you feel for them more than probably any other Alien movie. Maybe the first one, because they're just like regular Joes, just like, I guess, you and I. And they're like, damn, that guy was just doing his job. He got killed by this fucking creature. That's the one I really feel for. And if you compare, okay, the characters are flat. Compare this to Kong Skull Island, which I don't give a shit about the characters, because they're just on a mission and their relationship to each other is just emotionless. That's the difference between flat characters of this movie and the flat characters of Kong Skull Island. And I also understand, just a quick Kong Skull Island rant. I understand completely if you're like, oh, Kong Skull Island is like a movie I'm going to just see the big ass monkey eat people or whatever, just destruction. I don't give a shit about the characters. I understand completely, but I'm not like that. I want to have some meat there. I want to have some heart. I'm not saying that Alien Covenant has a lot of heart, but it has way fucking more heart than Kong Skull Island. Especially with one. Not gonna say who. Not gonna say who. You deserve to see it in the cinema. Especially with one character. And this character is just fucking fantastic. Yeah, so that's the difference. I just wanted to say really quickly to be more clear. Be more clear on flat characters, quote unquote. So Prometheus versus Covenant. Which one's better? That's tough. For now, I'm gonna say Covenant. The story, like I stressed earlier, is better. Is slightly better. And as much as I love the adventure of Prometheus and the set design and where it took us and the setting, I felt like Covenant, the setting was better for like the first act at least. Oh my god, I didn't have this in my notes. The ship of Covenant, it's like, you know, your traditional Scott ship from the first film and production design and set design, yet more modern. And I gotta tell you, but not like too modern like Prometheus. This fucking ship has to be my favorite ship design interior wise out of all fucking every fucking movie. I don't know. Every fucking film. I couldn't believe how visually gorgeous it was. And I was like, my God, this ship is fucking awesome. This has to be one of my favorite settings for the whole Alien franchise. And so we go off the ship to the planet. I like the planet. And then we go into somewhere else. I didn't really like it that much. And of course, we go back into the ship, which I liked and wanted. But setting wise, I'm going to say Prometheus by a hair. But Covenant overall, better direction. Pretty much better everything. I don't know. But I'll still say Covenant. Because I kind of give the same scores-ish for Covenant and Prometheus. But I'm going to say Covenant in the end. CG. The CG was hit or miss, honestly. The aliens looked okay. I wish they threw more money into them. But I'm assuming most of the money was spent for sets, which looked fucking awesome, of course. So I have no qualms really about it. I feel like a lot of the planet was practical. So, I mean, that's pretty much a win. When you get practical, you get production sets from Ridley Scott. You get fucking like on location. It's oh my God, this movie is just gonna be. And here, I want to just go on a rant right now. If you see the film and you come back to this review, or if you see the film, don't even come to this review at all, and you think it's it's mediocre. I feel like Prometheus, for me, this film, Covenant, it might take a couple days. It might take a couple years. It might take you 10 years to be like, oh shit, that was actually pretty good. Because for me, Prometheus, I saw it. The big of an Alien fan I am. I saw it IMAX opening night 3D. And I was like, wow, that was really good. But like, no, not much really happened. It was just mostly a bunch of science and building of the world. And I gave it a 6 out of 10. It literally took me 3 days of, I couldn't fucking get it off my mind. And I can't get Alien Covenant off my mind too. And here's the thing. I only saw the movie once at a screener, early screener, Wednesday night. My mind was running rampant because I haven't seen any trailers, any images, and I thought this story could have been anything, and my mind was just running the whole fucking time when I was watching the movie. And I was like, wow, this could have been anything. I'm going to be definitely seeing this movie probably 3 times to drill shit into me. And I did see Prometheus 3 times. I saw it in all formats. It's the first time I've ever been to the movie theater more than once. And it's the most times, or the first time I've ever had multi-formats. I've seen the film in all formats. I saw it IMAX 3D first, and then I saw it, I think, in 3D, and then I saw it in 2D. I saw it in every format. It was available. That's the first time I've ever done that. So pop 2 cherries there from Prometheus. I saw it in every format, and I saw it 3 times. I saw it multiple times. And then I broke that record again 3 times with seeing, I think, Dark Knight Rises like 5 times. I fucking love Dark Knight Rises. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. So Prometheus, 6 out of 10. I gave it that first night after I saw an IMAX 3D. I left at like 2 or something in the morning. Got my Prometheus IMAX poster. But it took me like 3 days of just like thinking like, wow, that was really good. And I gave it an 8. So sometimes we like prematurely think of films and like, you know what? Nah, because sometimes the films are layered, and you can't just watch them once and be like, what, you watch them once? You can't just watch them once. Fuck, I can't talk today. I'm so tired. You can't just watch them once and be like, nah, no. Sometimes they take some soldering. No, not soldering, but sauteing. What's that shit you do? You throw the sauce in, you leave it in for like a day for a steak, and then you grill the steak. I can't fucking think. That's what I mean. Sometimes films need that. Like, for example, The Exorcist, for me. The Exorcist, I saw it, and I was like, that's an 8 out of 10. That's a really fucking great film. they had some technical issues. And some of the times the mouth doesn't match up from the demon to the girl. You know what? It took me like, I think 2 days. And I said to myself, whoa, it like really fucking dawned on me. Like maybe because everything just hit home and went whoom. And I was like, whoa, that was the fucking greatest movie of all time. There's nothing fucking touches it. Forget all the technical bullshit. Go down to the story, people. Go down, down, down to the story. And that's why I was like, oh, fuck. That movie was fucking amazing. Same thing with the Alien Covenant. Obviously, it's not The Exorcist, but it might take, if you don't like it, a little bit of time for you to be like, oh shit. And also in the grand scheme of things, we might have a couple more Alien films directed by Ridley Scott, which let me prematurely just talk about that right now. I can't miss it. Okay, where are you? You know what, fuck it, we can't do that. We'll just keep on board. It might take a couple days for it to hit home for you. So just let it sit there. Let your mind wander and think about it. The music, the uses of music and the title card, amazing. You get this new score from, what's his face? Jed Kersel, which the Alien Covenant soundtrack, the score, is available right now, pre-release on, I have Apple Music. I don't fuck with Spotify no more. I hate how it's black and green. I can't fucking read it and see it. And I've been using iTunes since like 2002 or some shit, so might as well have Apple Music, right? Then listening to Incubation, because that's the only song that's available right now. I don't know if you can buy that. Let me look right now and tell you. Might as well, right? Let me move the mic up. I wonder if the album is actually available to buy on Amazon or iTunes, and maybe Apple Music's like locked out for now. But oh shit, there's an official movie novelization. I'm buying that. Oh, there's an art and making of book. I'm buying that. That's released the 23rd. What the fuck is this? Alien Covenant, the official collector's edition. What the hell is that? I don't know what this is. Includes studying concept art and photography. Okay. Exclusive photos and star interviews. I might pick that up too. I might do like a whole little segment because my channel pretty much is collectibles essentially, rather than just like straight up toys. Because let's be honest, we're adults here. We can review books and movies and shit that's related to our favorite franchises like Alien. So I'm probably gonna buy this book for like 13 bucks. I'll review it for you guys. I'll show you off the artwork. I'll get that too. And I might talk about the movie novelization like I did for Jurassic World. I compared we only got the junior novelization. How fucked is that? The junior novelization, not even a real one. I had to read it like I was a fucking 5th grader. Where is I don't even see the music soundtrack here. Let me just search soundtrack. Is that going off on a rant? Soundtrack. Okay, here, 10 bucks, May 19th. Yeah, so they're the same. You can buy it for $1.29 on Amazon. I'm assuming you can buy it for $1.29 on iTunes Store. But they have the whole 22 soundtrack pre-release on Apple Music. And I've been listening to the first song, Incubation. It's only 1:07 seconds long. I started listening to it today. How many times have I listened to it in a row? Let's find out. I'm really weird. I'm gonna tell you this. Actually, it's not even showing up on my recently played. For some fucking reason, recently played is a piece of shit. I need to like last played in the last 3 weeks. Live updating. Yeah, live update, you motherfucker. I don't see it in here, but I've been listening to it a shit ton. Let me see if it shows up on my phone, because it should be synced like now. Let's go to music. That's a really great thing about Apple Music too. Random. Yeah, well, it says recently added. Let's see here. Playlists. Recently played. The great thing about Apple Music is I can have everything up in the cloud. As bad as the cloud is for celebrities, you don't have to worry about that with me. I can put music on one computer because I have 2 computers and a phone. I can put music on one computer or play it, and then it didn't show up in my recently played for my phone. But it's supposed to sync. And it all syncs together. So it can sync with your phone and your two computers. Like, you can have up to, like, I think 5 devices or something. But anyway, I've listened to it. I'm just going to say estimate probably 50 times. It's only a minute long. The past, like, 59 minutes or so I've been listening to it. I can't fucking get enough of this film. You get cues from Alien, you get Prometheus themes, and you get new score. Like, I'm assuming it's Walter's theme rather than like a Covenant theme. Just fucking incredible. Speaking of Walter, Michael Fassbender was fucking fantastic. Fucking fantastic. You want to know how to act, or you want to become an actor? Study Michael Fassbender. Have you guys seen Frank? Frank was fucking great. So I don't just like him in, the universe of Alien. He's fucking great everywhere. He steals the show once again. Amazing. Oh, and now we're on our big fuck you to the movie news sites. Okay, so I stayed away from marketing, like I said. All the bullshit that was released, like on Empire and stuff, like pretty much I swear to God, if I would have seen... Okay, so seeing the movie and then looking back at all the images released kind of pisses me off, because some of the moments in the movie are so much better served within the context of the story, rather than you prematurely seeing it on like Empire or something. I don't have a problem with Empire. I have a problem with Twitter news sites. But it ruins the element of surprise. Seeing this shit on a website way before you see it within the film. It just ruins it for me. I'm really glad I stayed away from that shit. But a huge fuck you to some of the movie news sites, which I have blocked on Twitter. Ruining a cameo for me. So thanks a lot for those assholes, because they not watching the trailer. There are some... but yeah, fuck them. I back to the positives. I hope that there is an extended director's cut from Ridley Scott. Please, Ridley, give us one. I understand maybe Prometheus not getting one because maybe, scientists, we don't care much about them, blah, 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 blah. Even though I like the scientists of there. Were they dumb? Not so much. I mean, they weren't like super fucking intelligent. But I overall like the scientists in Prometheus. But I can see why, because it didn't have alien action in it. You really didn't want to do an extended cut. However, here, I would like to see more. So I would love to see a Ridley Scott director's cut of this picture. Alien Covenant was the space alien movie we needed. The xenomorph movie we needed. And like I said earlier, I'm just fucking so sick of space films that don't have xenomorphs in them. And they're like not fucking Alien vs. Predator terrible, like Requiem terrible, or Resurrection terrible. Pretty much, in my opinion, last great Alien film. Well, sans Prometheus was Alien 3. So it's been like, what, fucking over 20 years of us getting a really great xenomorph movie. We finally fucking got it. And I said it on Twitter as a little quick review. If you loved Prometheus, you're going to love Covenant. Period. If you didn't like Prometheus, and you maybe like Alien or you don't like Alien, you might be on the fence for Covenant. But I'm telling you, just a couple days, let it solder in your head and let it saute. Is it saute? I think it's saute. I think it just came full circle. There's an arc for you for the podcast. Let it saute. And then I think you'll like it. If not, you might be a lost cause. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm telling you right now, I loved Prometheus and I loved Covenant. And here's the thing, let me also say, because you're probably like, oh, you're a fanboy, which I really don't give a shit about, but I'm going to just explain it to you anyways. So here are my scores for the Alien franchise. Alien, 10 out of 10. And I'd prefer the director's cut, which is pretty much the producer's cut, or Fox cut. It's not Ridley's cut. Ridley's cut's the theatrical cut. Anyways, Aliens... I prefer my own fan edit, which I'll make a video of soon. I feel like it's a 9 out of 10, but my fan edit's like a 10 out of 10. Alien 3 assembly cut is a 10. And the Alien 3 theatrical is like a 9. Alien Resurrection before the newborn is a 5 out of 10. And then after the newborn, I wish I could give it a fucking 0. But I give it like a 1. Actually, let me find out. Did I give it a 1 or a 2? I think I give it a 1, but I'm just going to double check here. Alien Resurrection, 1997. Terrible. I give it a 1. Okay, so I give it a 1. It's a 6.3 on IMDb, which is fair. But I can't fucking stand that newborn. So, yeah, I gave that a 1. I give AVP... Fuck, I gotta find out. I think I give it a 5. But I'm gonna double check. I used to give it a 6. There's Requiem. Shit. Alien versus Predator. Requiem was fucking terrible. AVP, I gave a 5. So 5 out of 10. And Requiem, I gave a 3. Okay, that was pretty generous. I probably need to rewatch that. And I gave Prometheus an 8. And should I prematurely say what I'm gonna give this? No, I'll tell you here in a minute. I have a monologue I want to say. But yeah, pretty much I see there are flaws obviously in the Alien anthology or franchise. Not every film is perfect, and I'm not a fanboy, so fuck you if you think I am. Ridley Scott is a god. This film continues the mythology of the Alien universe and expands upon it, like I previously stated. Ridley said he wants to do more Alien films. Let the man do it. Let the man do it. I do not. Someone's put it fucking perfectly. I think it was a YouTube comment. If you're out there listening, put it down below. I don't know. I forget where I read that. But I do not want to fucking see a fan fiction film where fucking Ripley, Hicks, and Newt are fucking bouncing one-liners off each other and killing a bunch of bugs, and it's all a family affair. Sorry. I don't want to fucking see that right now. Would I like to see that eventually? Even if it does wipe out Alien 3? Sure. But as long as Ridley Scott's around, and Ridley Scott is making Alien films, and Ridley Scott says he wants to make more Alien films, no, I don't want to fucking see that shit. You want to know why? I want to see fucking scary films. I want to see fucking smarter films. I want to see a fucking film where a person, singular, is terrorized and tested by an internal issue manifested externally. So no, I don't want to fucking see a Neil Blomkamp fan film. I want to see Ridley Scott continue what he's doing. Especially with this one character I keep talking about. They fucking set up a fucking wonderful franchise. These are like the prequels we deserve. That because prequels get a bad notion thanks to Star Wars, which they're okay. The prequels, everything builds up to how good Revenge of the Sith is. Yes, 1 sucks, 2's not that great, but episode 3 is pretty good. And to really appreciate how good that is, you have to watch the shit in 1 and 2, honestly. But we think prequel, we think, oh, great. But what we have here, guys, is so fucking special. This prequel franchise that we have for Alien. Especially that it's fucking sci-fi. Ridley Scott. I think we're taking this shit for granted. Alien Covenant gets an 8 out of 10 for now. I might bump it to a 9 if I see it 3 more times and start understanding the story more, but for right now, it gets an 8. My third favorite film of the year, behind Logan and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And we have still a lot of great films coming out. Like, we got Wonder Woman possibly at the end of this month, gonna be good, hopefully. Yeah, I was fucking entertained by Alien Covenant, and if I said it in the beginning of the podcast, which I probably thought of or forgot of because it's been like fucking 40 minutes ago or so. I really think Alien now is maybe because I'm an adult. I appreciate adult storytelling. And I really appreciate, I'm glad I'm not about to forget saying this. I really appreciate Ridley Scott wanting to make more Alien films. Like, this guy actually cares about like crafting a really intelligent story visually and actually as a character piece. I think I like Alien now more than Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World franchise. Because Steven Spielberg's only made 2 movies and it looks like he has no desire to make any more Jurassic Park films. And the 2 movies he made are great. For me, they're 10 out of 10s. I love them. I love Lost World. Have I said this before? Maybe you haven't heard this from me. I prefer Lost World some nights to the original because it's just so fucking adventurous. And I love Ian Malcolm. But you don't see fucking Steven Spielberg going, I want to make more Jurassic films and make a Jurassic film and make 2 more Jurassic films and then say he wants to make more. Like, what? You know how fucking awesome that is that Ridley Scott wants to do that? And Steven Spielberg just wants to, chill. Which I understand, he maybe doesn't want to. But at the same time, like, come on, Steven. Come on, Mr. Spielberg. You made 2 fucking great dinosaur films. You made the 2 best dinosaur films ever. Without a doubt. Please make more. So Ridley Scott saying he wants to do that shit, fuck yeah. I really appreciate how much of an auteur he is being. But not just his whole career, but for these films. Like, he fucking cares. He cares so much. And they're really trying, They're fucking, like Chris said it, they're fucking bold. I fucking love them. So, I think Jurassic's taking the back seat now. Sorry. Just being honest. I really like adult filmmaking with something to say. So, thanks once again. And you know what? I might change up the outro if you're still listening past whatever mark this is now. I might change the outro instead of, I'm Brando and I fight for the users. Thank you for choosing CRS. I might say, this is Brando, last remaining survivor of the Nostromo, signing off. I fucking love aliens. I fucking love Alien. But I'm still going to keep the, greetings programs, Caster. Not Caster, Jarvis. Saying, greetings programs. Oh, what an occasion we have for you today. From Tron Legacy. As the beginning. And at the end I might say, this is Brando, last remaining survivor in the Nostromo. Signing off. Of course, not like that. But I feel like I should incorporate more alien stuff. All right, thanks guys for listening. I hope you stayed the whole thing and enjoyed it. Yeah, peace out, one love. This is Brando, last remaining survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.